And there we go. So welcome everybody who's here, whether in physical or spirit. Uh, we'll just get started with our full moon class. Tomorrow is the full moon. And just for you that are interested, this is the blue moon. So it's the full moon, the second full moon of the month. The first one was, I think, on the 1st, and I think that was in Aries. This one is in Taurus. It's at 8 degrees of Taurus and exactly conjunct the unpredictable shake-up, the norm planet Uranus. That's what I was telling you, Jean. Keep your options open for trick-or-treating, as this signature represents changing circumstances or surprises. Ultimately, Uranus is the awakener. So that's a really good purpose, the energy from that. However, Uranus does not judge in human terms whether it's easy or problematic, how it cracks open our consciousness. So becoming aware of our true nature is one of the roles of Uranus. This full moon is a time that we can tap into our higher consciousness and see life from a different perspective than the drama that is unfolding in the role that we are playing in this time and space. So we'll work towards that. That'll be our direction for this practice today. However, this moon is also known by a couple other names. It's the blue moon because it's the second moon of the month, but it's also known as the harvest moon and the hunter's moon. So that's kind of interesting with what's going on in the outer environment with hunter, with the hunter's moon. The hunter becomes the hunted. So we'll just allow ourselves to let go of the week. If you want to bring your hands in mudra, you're welcome to. Just close your eyes for a few breaths. Let go of any tension from the week. I mean, there have been good things happening as well, of course, in all our lives. So we can embrace those and hold those close to our hearts. But any tension or anxiety or chaos, we can just let that all pass away from our energy fields. And come into what you would deem as your higher consciousness. So think of the God qualities of truth, integrity. Yoga is very much about integrity, honesty, compassion, and love. Knowledge and wisdom, the higher consciousness, faster vibrating, filled with light. So see yourself and the world from that perspective. Even though those qualities may not be getting a lot of attention, or it may not appear that they are getting a lot of attention, but truly they are, as we all grow and evolve into those higher qualities. So bring your focus to your breath. Open your crown chakra right at the top of your head. Allow divine energy, light, inspiration to come in. How much light and inspiration can you handle? Remember, the full moon lights the dark. Is there a little corner of darkness within you that you want to light up? So notice your nervous system, your emotional body, as you relax more and more. Feel the endorphins start to flow, that sense of well-being to permeate your whole being. And notice your physical body, what's going on in there. And we'll attune to breath, just taking arms out to the side and breathing palms up overhead. And exhale, a long exhale, the relaxation part of the breath as you lower your arms and breathe. Imagine that bright, fat, full moon in your mind as you create a circle with your arms, lightening any little dark spaces. Two more rounds. And ending in prayer hands. All right. Let's start to just loosen up in our neck and shoulders. Just take in a breath, stretch up through your spinal column. Let your nerves unwind as you lift. And then as you exhale, lower your chin down to your chest and let your head hang for a couple of breaths. And just lift your chin, take in your breath, and take your head back. As you stretch your chin up, lengthen in the cervical spine. Come back to center, taking a breath. Exhale as you turn and look to your left. Stretch. And breathe your nose to center. Exhale your head over to the other side. Stretch. Come back to center. Take in your breath. Exhale, chin down onto your chest or near your chest and start to circle around now that we've loosened up. And we'll reverse. Coming around and down, chin to chest. And then lift your head and your shoulders. Breathe them up, back, exhale down. It's loosening, lubricating joints. And come forward, reverse your circles. Bring your arms around behind you, interlace fingers, and stretch your arms away. Lift. And if you want to, you can lift your chin once again and contract in your shoulders and the back of your neck. Release and breathe your arms up overhead, interlace fingers, and turn your palms upward, creating a little altar, allowing those moon drops, those moonbeams to flow into your hands. And then empty the dewdrops into your crown. Just turn your palms towards your head. And then release and lower your arms down. Okay. So if you would, just stretch out your legs. Feels good after being folded in for a while. Pat them on the floor and circle around a few times to loosen ankles and reverse. Now for this one, sit tall, up on your sitting bones. Press the back of your legs down against the mat, flex your feet, and point your toes. Flex and point. And relax your ankles and squeeze in your toes. Stretch them out, squeeze, stretch. All right, so if you will, come down onto your back, and we're going to come into Tadaka, which we haven't done in a few weeks. But Tadaka is like Crescent Moon, but you're reclining. So just breathe, arms up overhead. Just give a stretch long, like you just got up. Reach through your fingertips, draw your low back down into the mat, press through your heels. Now reach through your right fingertips and your left heel, creating a space of diagonal energy. And the other side, left fingertips, right heel. And once more with each diagonal. Notice where the cross is, the X. That would be your center in your body. Now, with arms overhead, feet are still flexed. Bring your hands into Kali Mudra. So interlace all your fingers except for your index fingers. Thumbs are together and just kind of squeeze your ears. Lengthen up through your shoulders. Now walk your feet over to your left. Just slide your heels over. Now take your torso over. You just kind of inch your way over into a crescent. And then bring the upper body back to center. Bring your feet back to center. And then slide your feet across to your right, wherever they'll go. And then I have to move a little bit here. Your upper body, inch it over until you're in a crescent. So when you're making your crescent moon on the floor, it's called Tadaka. And then bring your feet back, bring your torso back, and release your hands, just stretch long. Now bring your right hand and your left leg up, just touch and return. Now right leg, left hand, touch, and just a few repetitions. Just some easy warm-ups here. So once more, each leg. And then walk your feet in towards your hips. Now feet, bring them so they're hip width apart, toes forward, close into your hips. Arms are still overhead. Okay. Take in your breath and just lift your hips up off the floor in a bridge, half bridge pose. But reach through your arms. Lift, lift, lift. And then lower down. All right. Now, slide your arms out to the side. Palms can be up or down. Now, cross your right leg over the left. Take in a breath. Exhale your knees to your left in a twist, but keep your shoulders down on the floor. Let the weight of your legs bring you into that twist. You might hear some little pops as you align. Remember to turn your head opposite your bent knees. And now roll your low back onto the floor, bringing your knees to center, and switch. Take the left leg over, take in your breath, and come into your twist. Knees down towards the floor, and turn your head. Shoulders remain on the floor. And then bring your head back to center. Draw your low back onto the floor, bringing your knees to center. Now bring your arms to your sides. Palms down. Feet are still near your hips, your heels near your hips. And we'll come into a half bridge here. Take in your breath. And press down on your feet and your arms and shoulders. Lift your hips. Feel your chest come up to your chin. You can roll a little bit so that you pull your shoulder blades down your back. And roll down gently. Each little piece of your spine coming down. Taking another breath. Firmly press your feet down. Lift your hips up. Another half bridge. See if you can stretch the back of your neck out a little bit. Press down on your arms and hands. Keep your knees in alignment with your hips. Don't let them splay open. And roll back down. And for a moment, bring both knees into your chest. Roll around a little bit, rocking side to side if you want. Bring your head up to meet your knees. See how that feels on your back and your abdomen. All right, and release back down, feet on the floor, and we'll come into a full bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So press down on your feet, connect with the earth. You're making a bridge. Lift your hips, interlace your fingers underneath your hips. If you're not feeling up to a full bridge, just stay in your half bridge. But if you're going into full bridge, roll side to side, bringing your elbows closer together, bringing shoulder blades closer together. Fingers are enlaced, intertwined. So press your arms down. That's going to propel your chest upwards as you lift your hips. So lift into your full bridge. Now, if you like, this is optional. Bring your right knee up and lift your leg up. Keep lifting your hips up. Reach, reach, reach. And switch legs. Take a little break here. Get a good grip on your fingers. Lift your hips up into your full bridge. And bring your left knee up. Lift your leg up. Reach. And then lower down. Release your hands and your shoulders. Let your back come down onto the floor. Now take your arms out away from your body. It doesn't have to be all the way out. We're just going to kind of sway our knees side to side in a gentle twist. Now you can bring your knees up toward your chest and make some figure eights with your knees. Feel how good that is on your back, your low back and your hips. And the next time your knees are in center, just wrap your arms around them, pull them in nice and close. Lift your head. All right, reach your arms forward. Stretch your right leg out. Stay off the floor. You can stay close to the floor, that's good, but not on the floor, and just switch your legs back and forth. Now, if this starts to feel challenging in your neck, you can take one hand and support your head. And then just work your legs. Now take both legs out, lift both arms up, and come into your half boat, upward facing boat. Okay, so a nice straight spine, lengthen. Let your feet down for a moment. Just a little arch in your back, a counter pose. Lift your chest, your heart, arch your back, and come back to center. Reach your fingertips forward. Take in a breath. Just lean back, lift your toes. Lift up into your half boat. Now, bring both arms over to the right and your knees over to the left. And we'll switch sides, passing through center, arms to the left, knees to the right. Back to center. Rest for a moment. Breathe, arch your back, arching cat. The black cat of Halloween. Back to center. Breathe and reach up through your spine. Send your energy down into the earth from your hips and feet. Reach your arms forward, fingertips stretching out. Exhale, lean back. Lift your toes. Lift your legs. And for those who feel ambitious enough, lift up into the full boat. Breathe. And lower down, come forward, counter pose, arch your back, lift, hold on to your knees, reach up and back. All right, now just bring your hands behind you. Press down on your feet, they're hip width apart, and reach up into the desk pose. Your chin can be either near your chest, or you can take your head back. But now just make some circles. They won't be big ones, and it'll be kind of an oblong circle, a rectangle, but just circle around. Feel each hand and foot pressing down into the earth, and reverse your circles. Notice your arms and shoulders. All right. Just let your hips come down, but come up onto the balls of your feet. And some rocking for your ankles, toes. And let's come into our noose pose. So lifting up, bring palms together. We'll come into our prayer twist to the right. So left elbow comes outside the right thigh. Press against your leg. And we're going to rotate the palms. The outer hand, your right hand fingertips go forward. Left hand fingertips go in, and then slide your hands and hook your fingers together in Ganesh Mudra. And the mantra here is Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha, invoking Ganesh, the Lord of obstacles. He brings them and he removes them. So with Uranus having influence on us today, we'll see if that resonates with Ganesh. So come back to center, bring your hands forward, let your knees down, and pat your feet on the mat. Loosen up in your ankles, just circle around a little bit. And then toes under, coming back on the balls of your feet for the other side. Just get your balance. You can isometrically squeeze your feet inward. Bring your palms together, excuse me, and turn into a prayer twist with the right elbow outside the left knee or on the left knee. And then rotate your palms, slide, gripping fingers, wringing out tension. And the mantra is Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. And then coming back to center, palms in prayer hands, and then reach for the floor and just step out into plank. Now you can come up onto your toes, back and forth, heels and toes to loosen up. Now we're going to bring a little bit of movement in here. So we're going to bring the left arm down onto the floor, bring the right arm down, palms together, in a nice straight line. You don't want your hips up in your plank. You want a straight, long line. Now bring your right palm onto the floor, press up, bring the left hand into your full plank. Now bring your right arm down, then your left arm, palms together, long line. Now bring your right hand onto the floor, press up, left hand, Now press through your heels, press your heels towards the floor, and come into your downward facing dog. One of our friends mentioned she had some sniffles, so you can hold your head up just so you're not getting tense there in your neck. Otherwise, head is between your arms. Lift up onto your toes, balls of your feet, and lower down. All right, and let your knees down. Bring your right foot forward all the way through so that the heel is on the floor. So you've got a nice long line, knee is straight. The back foot, toes can be down, or you can just let the top of your foot down, either way. So you can be on your fingertips or palms with your hands, but we want to give a nice stretch. So first we're going to bend that front knee and then come back and lower just a little bit over the leg, bend. So you're getting a stretch in the left psoas muscles. Pull back and come towards that knee. So loosening up this way, breathe. You exhale forward and inhale back. And as your leg gets warmed up more and more, see if you can keep your chest right up against that leg. So as you pull back and straighten your right knee, keeping your chest or shoulder on that leg. All right. Now, this is optional. You can stretch your legs out and relax down wherever your body will come. I like to roll side to side. It releases some of the tightness, but just lift up. And then we'll come back and switch legs. So bring the left leg through. You're on your right knee. Flex the left foot. Knee is straight. Take in your breath. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Slide forward in your hip. Pull back, inhale. Come a little bit closer to that leg. Does it feel kind of tight compared to the first leg? What do you notice? So this is where we want to listen to our body, follow the integrity of our yoga, our higher consciousness, lowering down over the leg as your body allows. So we work in synchrony with our body. Non-harming, ahimsa, the first of the yamas. All right, one more with the knee bent. And this is the optional one. So just slide the front heel forward, the back leg back. And see how it feels. Lift up onto your hands. All right, and then draw that leg back. Bring your feet towards you. Bring your hands back, forehead to knee pose. Deep breath, lengthen. Exhale into your stretch. And then soften your knees, bring your arms out to the side, push the floor away, slowly come up, and palms together overhead and over your heart. Okay, so let's work our hips a little bit to open them. So just step your feet apart. You may need to be turning on your mat, or you can turn your mat. But turn your toes about 45 degrees and bend your knees. Open the knees, and we're just going to roll side to side. And then coming more and more into center, and just kind of a few pulses, lowering down, but opening the knees. You can press the knees open with straight elbows, using your arms and hands, and then relaxing in your hips and groin. Sitting deeper and deeper. Now squeeze the legs together as you come up. All right. So turn your left toes out. The right heel turns out. We'll prepare for Trikonasana, triangle. So breathing arms out. Exhale the left knee out and just come into your warrior two pose. Opening both knees, rotating the thighs outward, lifting in your tummy. Nice firm core. And gaze over the fingertips over the left. Now firmly press into the floor with both feet and draw your knee in. We're going to switch to the other side. We're just getting our legs prepared and our hips prepared for Trikonasana. So breathing out in five-pointed star and exhale into your warrior two, gazing over the fingertips off into the horizon. Relax your hips more and more. Legs are working, they're engaged. But feel how light your upper body is, open and light. Remember to open your crown. If it didn't stay open, just keep it open. Allowing divine light and inspiration to come in. And pull back. You can relax your arms. Turn your toes in. Just shake your hips out a little bit. And then turn back out to your left. The right heel is out. So breathing out, arms out, five-pointed star. Exhale, press out into your warrior two legs. This is going to get you nice and warmed up for your triangle. Gaze over the fingertips, press down in the back hip. Hold. Unless you need to come out of it at some point. See what your body is able to do today. Now, pull back in the front leg, inhale, exhale, hinge down in the front hip, reach out through the fingertips. This is a safe way to come into Trikonasana. Roll this hip back so hip bones are forward, shoulders are forward. Reach out. You want a straight line here instead of rounding out. So reach out, reach as far as your body will go, and then switch your arms and look up into the upper palm. But keep lengthening underneath here. Press down in this front hip. Lengthen. Now, we did a stretch earlier on the floor. We're going to come into a similar stretch. Take your right hand and bring it down. Face the front leg. So you're going to need to let the back heel out to bring your hip around, your right hip. And then you can hold on to your leg, your ankle, your foot. Keep that front knee straight. You can bring your hands onto the mat, but come in for head to knee. Now, to come out of it, really press firmly in both feet and lift back up. Facing front. And switch feet. Just turn the other direction. Open your body, open your heart center. Let that vibrate, sending love out. Some people like to imagine love coming into you from the back, receiving, and sending out from the front. If that works for you, that's fine. All right. So hips in center. Breathe. Come out into your warrior two. Just deepen to wherever your body will cooperate. Now to come in for your Trikonasana triangle, draw the knee in, inhale. Now once again, press down. So you're taking your left hip out, pressing down in the right hip and reach out over that leg. So you're keeping the torso straight. You don't want to round your back because that jeopardizes the health of your sacroiliac joints. Take your time and then switch your arms. Open the shoulders and the hips, look up into your palm. Your thumb is right about over your nose. And to come out, reach up, inhale, and turn all the toes in. We'll come in for a forward fold. Exhale, hinge forward in both hips and come down. Reach for your legs.
Press down in both feet firmly. Take your arms out to the side and bring your torso so it's parallel to the floor. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Press your feet down into the earth and lift your crown. You're using the strength of your legs to come up, not your back. Okay, now just step both legs in, shake out your body. All right, now from here, bring your palms in, cross your left foot over the right, and just turn into a twist to your right. Twist your spine, look over your shoulder. And breathe, coming back to center. And we'll switch feet. So take your right leg over. So lengthen up in your legs, up through your crown. Taking a breath. Exhale over to your left. Twist in your spine. Look over your shoulder. Breathe. And slowly unwind. And release your hands. Separate your feet for a standing twist. Letting go. And come back to center. Come down onto your mat for Shavasana. Picturing the full moon. But the full moon is in Taurus, which is an earth sign. Taurus is very strong. Loves flowers and beauty. It's ruled by Venus. Very generous sign. Can be a little stubborn. My mom was a Taurus. But beautiful. So maybe since Taurus is the bull, you could imagine the moon, the full moon, and superimpose the bull. So this moon is also known as the blood moon, the hunter's moon, the harvest moon. If we can see it tomorrow night, it might be pink or red due to the way the light shines from the sun over the earth. Allow your mind to relax now. Allow light to shine in. And grow your own light.
Let go a little bit more now. So Taurus loves flowers and beauty. And flowers have little fairies everywhere, guarding and nurturing. So allow yourself to be the flower with the fairies nurturing you. Maybe a little soft wisp on your cheek. You might feel your hair move. You might feel them dancing on your body. Laughing and playing. And now bringing all that light around your heart, which is the four-petaled flower, your heart center, Anahata. Let it radiate all through your body, through the house, and then out into the world. Start to bring some gentle moves into hands and feet. And slide your feet together and lift your knees to your chest and wrap your arms around your legs and pull them in close for a stretch. And then come over to one side and press up into sitting. And just bring your palms together, but out from your heart. Press your pinky finger and your thumbs together and open the other fingers out into the lotus or the crown. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. The jewel is at the center. The jewel is in the lotus. Sealing in the benefits of our practice today, just bring your palms together into prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. Shine your light and share your love. Enjoy this full moon. Namaste, everybody.
Thank you.